Hi there folks, my name's NovaWing24 and welcome to another little review of an FSX and P3D product. In this episode we are having a look at the latest release from Iris Simulations. We're having a look at their J170 from Jabiru. As per usual, we're going to have a look around the outside before we have a look in the office, as it were, and take it up for a quick spin and see what it's like. So first of all, I want to say thank you very much to Iris Simulations for the review copy of this wonderful little aircraft. And then alright, let's get started. So we're going to be we're flying, by the way, around the home airport for Jabiru, actually, which is down in Bundaberg, or up in Bundaberg in Queensland, which is their home base, as it were. Many a Jabiru gets its test flight at this airport. Alright, so as you can see, we're having a look at the external textures of this. Now, for those who've seen me and know of the Jabiru aircraft, and especially the Jabiru J160, which was the predecessor to this aircraft, the fact that the J160, the J170 is developed as a derivative of the 170. The fuselage would look very, very familiar to you because it is in fact a J160 fuselage. But the wings, as you can see, are a lot bigger, a lot longer as well. And they've got the little winglets on them as well. And also the tailplane is quite significantly larger as well. So the idea is that the J170 was developed in response to some feedback from various flight schools, and also from anyone who wanted to fly the aircraft in sort of more hot or more humid conditions as well, as the J160 sort of did offer some limitations when flying in such environments. So in consultation with flight schools and also with some environmental testing as well, it was suggested that the J160 would benefit from having a bigger wing area and also a bigger tailplane area to actually be able to enable it to be able to work in hot and high conditions, to be able to give it better lift, better climb rates, as well as also increase its stability and its handling for new pilots and students when they're actually sort of first taking their first couple of flights and taking their first steps into a larger world, as it were, of the aviation. So the new larger wing does give it, supposedly does give it more handling, nicer handling characteristics when it comes into landing in the flare and things like that. And the tail, as I said, the tailplane definitely does help with the climb out rates in hot and high conditions. So we're going to see how well that's simulated across here from Iris as well. So when we do this one, so now that we've had a look at these beautiful textures that are part of there's the usual amazing work that Iris Simulations do produce, let's have a look into the office and then let's get up for our flight. Alright. So as you can see, it's very, very similar to the J160, as it is the same cockpit. However, obviously the passage of time has meant that we've got a more modern cockpit option as well. So we've now got the glass type cockpits here as well. It's kept the same with the J160 idea of having the dual centrally located controls, and your throttles up here on the sort of middle of the dash up there on the left, and on the right for the co-pilot and the passenger. So the aircraft is designed just to have, just for crew of two, or crew of one with one passenger, and then you've got a little bit of luggage space down the back. The J170 was designed to comply exactly with the American sports light aircraft designations as well. So now, alright, let's get our door closed, and then let's get on to some startup sequences. Alright, so we're going to make sure everything gets sort of full forward. Alright, so first off, let's do master on, avionics on. There we go. Strobe lights up and running. Alright, Magneto 1, Magneto 2, and if I remember correctly, fuel pump on, there we are. And alright, up and running. Alright, so we've got the little Jabiru engine purring away nicely now. Alright, now we've got our engine running. Let's turn the fuel pump off. Alright. So got the nice little glass cockpit of the Garmin there. So we've got all pushes, buttons and dials and all the fun stuff that we always like to have as well. Alright, so now we're going to have a look at that. Alright. Okay, so you can see she does purr quite nicely. Little Jabiru 4-stroke engine, the 2200 4-stroke engine there. Alright, well, now we've got that done, let's get ourselves underway. As I said, this aircraft is designed for the recreational aviation market, so recreational aviation in Australia and of course the sports light aircraft markets in the US and the BCR Section S in the UK. So it's designed for that to get that sort of niche sort of aviation market going in there, where people actually don't need to do the full sort of PPL thing, but are actually still wanting to get involved in aviation, and gives people such as myself more access to aviation as well, which is something that's I've always really liked about that sort of classification. Alright, now first thing I noticed straight away is the fact that the braking and the ground handling is a massive improvement over the original release of the J160 from Iris. That was pretty much the major bugbear I had with the 160. As much as I love it, yeah, the ground handling was left quite a little bit desired, but I think the team's actually really mastered that this time and actually got all on board with that, which is good to see. So let's see how she handles in the air. Now it says, as I said, because it's fallen into the recreational aviation category, it does have a max takeoff weight of 600 kilograms, and it has a very low stall speed as well, sort of down in the 45 knot sort of range. Is really is it great for wanting to learn and things like that, for pilots wanting to learn. Very docile. So let's see if she actually is as docile as the specs would say. We've got none of our traffic coming through here. Let's line up out in Bundaberg and go for a now I promise there's no rum on this flight. No rum, promise. Alright, let's get 1 notch flaps in. There we go, okay. Alright, I think we're looking pretty good. Okay, off we go. Smooth bit of power. Yeah, a lot nicer on the ground handling, a lot more. Yeah, she doesn't have as much play as she used to and doesn't slip and slide all over the place. It's always good to feel. Oh, effortless, absolutely effortless. Yeah, you can really feel that bigger wing area really does make a huge difference to actually sort of the lift characteristics and the flight dynamics of it. Really does make a big difference, and you really feel it as well coming from the J160. I was touring in that just a few days ago and having a blast in it, and I can really feel the difference in it as well. So that's pretty good to see. Coming out here over the city of Bundaberg. Oh yeah, we've got enough data. The nav radios definitely work. So yeah, it's a very impressive feeling in this aircraft, and I'm liking it. Yeah, it's definitely a marked improvement on the 160. Not that there was anything really wrong with the 160, but it definitely I felt was had a few things with it. It's still don't get me wrong, it's still a great download and definitely worth investing in if you do enjoy your recreational type of aviation and this sort of stuff as well. But this J170 is a whole different beast. It really is, and that is really impressive. And you can really feel that a lot of work's gone into this. It really has, and it's just absolutely amazing. And that's just, oh, that just looks absolutely incredible. No, I'm very, 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 very impressed with this. I think I just found my new favourite tourer, I think. Because I always loved the 160 for its touring abilities. Always loved that whenever I go with something low and slow, I'd always invest in using the 160. But I think I just found my new one. So the question is, let's see how she handles on the landing. Alright. Slow her down. Don't want to make sure we don't exceed our V&E. Alright. Runway over there. Alright. Turn and slip going on there. And I'll drop in the first lot of flaps. Okay. She wants to fly. You can really feel it. Like she just wants to fly. And that, it's that feeling that you get when you find like not only a good quality add-on, but you know, just a great simulation experience. Probably should have changed that nav radio before I took off. But anyway, all right. A bit high here, but that's okay. But you can, yeah, as I said, you can really feel that she wants to keep flying. She really does. Now I'm on full flaps. Still got full control and coming in very nicely. Very softly. Oh, she is an absolute dream to fly. Absolute dream to fly. Actually, if wants to fly so much, I'm really gonna have to try and bring it down a bit. Alright. In. Oh, that was absolutely beautiful. That is incredible. It really is. Iris, you have absolutely outdone yourself here with this one. You've learnt from the 160 and you've just produced an absolutely amazing add-on in terms of the 170 here. So that is amazing. Thank you very much. You guys are awesome. Yes, no, definitely. This one is definitely going to be recommended for everyone. If you like your recreational aviation, you like your sort of low and slow and this kind of fun stuff, then you know what, this is really good. And again, really good for those people who are wanting to make the most out of their flight simulation experience, and not just making it. And as I said, I've said this before about Flight Simulator. It's not just a game. You can use it for so much more. If you are wanting to get some practice in and use it towards getting a pilot's license, you know what? That's the beauty of this simulation, is you can do that. And the fact that getting behind the controls of an aircraft like this, which is used for a lot of flight training, that's really going to help you as well. So yes, definitely something you want to think about. So very nice. Probably a little fast on the taxi, but that's alright. No, absolutely amazing. Yeah, this is brilliant. Yes, I'm wholeheartedly going to be recommending this one. This was a fantastic little aircraft here. So this is available from Iris Simulations, so from Iris Simulations website, irissimulations.com.au. and it will be coming to other flight sim retailers in the near future. Now, we've been doing this today in FSX Steam Edition. It's fully compatible with FSX Steam Edition and with P3D version 2, all included in the one all included in the one installer. So fantastic for that one there. All right, we're going to come to our little parking bay here. Oh, this is great. Yeah, no, this is absolutely brilliant. Really, really good stuff, Iris. Really, really good stuff. There we go. Alright, we'll shut her down. Alright, so we've got our parking brake on. Avionics off. Strobes. Let's get the magnetos off. There we go, and done. Alright. We go for a quick little look at the outside again. So yeah, as I said, folks, this is an absolutely amazing aircraft. Really, really well done. Definitely one that you want to seriously consider putting into your hangar, because I am absolutely loving this. I really am. Oh, beautiful. The J160 is great. This one's better. Yeah, really is. As much as I prefer steam gauges, even having the glass cockpit, this is still it's an amazing flight experience. Absolutely is. So there you go. Highly recommended from me. Well, folks, thank you very much for tuning in to my little review, my first little look at the Jabiru J170 from Iris Simulations. Thank you very much for joining me. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you are enjoying these reviews and want to see more. And as always, you can find out all the things I'm up to between videos by finding me on Facebook and on Twitter. Just search NovaWing24. Alright folks, thanks very much for watching. Take care, safe skies to all, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.